Perfectly excellent.
Okay, hey, how's it going, party people? Gotta wake myself up, get ready for episode 36 of
Woo!
Perfectly Excellent. Whoa, I need a little of that because
I'm thinking of you remind me of Alexi Sale when he's doing his like warm up. He's like woo woo, just like, getting himself psyched up.
I do not have any of Dr. Martin's boots, but I am woo. I need a wake up call. Wake me up.
I wish I could. It's been a week, man. But it's Friday. The weekend is here. Congrats. You survived. You lived to fight another day. What can I say?
I hope I can live to fight tomorrow.
Oh.
Tomorrow, I believe we're going to take our Christmas tree down, finally.
Really?
Because
why not? You're like, I don't know. Keep it going.
We haven't been able to take it down because we need to move some stuff out into our storage shed. And there has been a foot of snow in the way that has been there for like 3 weeks now. So I think we're finally going to just be like, all right, we're going to just pile some stuff in the corner because I can't take it all being up still, because I love Christmas time and I love Christmas decorations, and the longer they're up, the less special they feel. So it's time for them to come down.
Okay. I see that. Well, good luck to you. Sounds like a good use of your Saturday there.
Yeah. I like after this week, what I really want to do is chores.
Yeah.
That I'm very excited about. But how about you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like, I don't know. Was this even a short week? Did we have a holiday on Monday of this week?
I didn't. I believe you said you did.
Yeah, I did. But still, it feels like, I don't know. 2026 is like, it's been a doozy. Right?
Yeah. We got. But hey, we're here.
We are here. You're right.
Exciting things to talk about.
Let's talk about them. But wait, before we do that. Wait, I don't know. Is this like a Crazy Eddie thing? I'm not following.
I have no prices, but we can do an invention exchange if you want.
Let's do it. Let's talk about some fun stuff.
All right.
Perfectly excellent.
All right. I'm going to go first. Now, here's the thing. I have decided to do two things because one of them is really inconsequential and would not ever warrant its own invention exchange. So I'm going to kind of sneak it in. Should I do that one first or second?
I don't know. I think we'd have to see what the judges say about this. This might break the laws of space-time, you know.
I'm going to go first. I'm going to do it first.
All right, do it first.
The little one first.
Little one.
This is my all-time favorite cereal thing that was hidden in cereal.
Okay.
Cereal prize. This is from Frosted Flakes in the 80s.
It looks like a sardine tin.
It is a sardine tin.
Oh, okay, well, I nailed that one.
It's Tony's treasure chest. So I don't remember exactly how it goes. Okay, so it slides in. Whoa. It slides in.
Careful.
It slides in. You put the key on. And you can fit, I think, 3 pennies in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure what, maybe one sardine mashed.
I don't know, but I can tell you that we had several of these when I was a kid from when the promotion, because Frosted Flakes was one of those cereals I was allowed to have.
Okay.
And it was probably like the 80s equivalent of like, what would you call those things? Fidget spinners?
I was gonna say, this is like your own personal fidget spinner.
Yeah. So it's just something little and stupid that I wanted in my shelf. It was almost no money. And again, it was brand new. I just opened it. I did a live unboxing.
Wow. How long has that thing been sealed?
40 years.
Wow. And you just so unceremoniously like tore into it. Who knows what air particles you just released into your face?
Oh, it's stinky. It does not smell good.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Because now I have Tony's treasure chest. Not the main event.
Well, use it well.
I will. Okay. I will put at least 2 to 4 pennies in there, depending on how many I can squeeze in. So,
okay.
I am doing a modern toy because since we're talking about Toy Fair, we're talking about new stuff. I have something here that I've had for a little bit now. I've been kind of waiting for a chance to show it off. It is part of the G.I. Joe classified line.
Mm-hmm.
And it's...
Well, you're reaching for it. You're digging deep. Whoa, it's a vehicle. It's a sweater. Oh my gosh. That is muy largo. That is big.
It is the Dragonfly HasLab from a couple of years ago.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even know you were searching for one of these. I think it's crazy.
Like I said, I wanted the vehicles that I had as a kid. I had the Dragonfly when I was a kid. In fact, it was one of the first G.I. Joe vehicles that I got. That and the Ram motorcycle with the machine gun on the side. Those were the first two G.I. Joe vehicles that I got. So I decided I wanted one. I was able to find one like at cost, like no markup whatsoever.
Wow.
I then sold two of the figures that I didn't need. So that brought the price down about another $100. So yeah, I got myself a Dragonfly, and I'm psyched.
Awesome.
And it is big, and it is awesome, and
it looks cool. Was this the thing that had the thumb thing on the side to spin the propellers?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
Yes, I had one of those too as a kid, and there's a really sad part of my life for my toys when I got into fireworks. So that was unceremoniously blown up with an M80 on my parents' lawn, like way back when. And there is video footage of it, which I would love to find, but it is tragic. But it's very cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a partner of the Snowcat for when the Snowcat comes in. But
it's not white. Wait, it's not white though. It cannot go in snow. Only white vehicles in snow. Right?
It's long.
It is long. It's large, definitely.
So what I need to figure out, though, is I think in order to free up some real estate, because it's got a very large stand that it sits on, I think I need to figure out how to hang this guy from the ceiling, which is something I've never done with a toy before. But I think it's time. I think I got to hang it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think the only time I've ever done it was the Millennium Falcon in my childhood bedroom. Like I hung it from the ceiling with fishing line. So
I think that's going to be the future to just open up the footprint to put more stuff underneath it.
Great. Next, are you going to come into this room like in a year and everything's just be like dangling from the ceiling?
I'm going to just buy parachutes for all of the G.I. Joe guys and just hang all of them from the ceiling to free up some more shelves.
It's almost like it's a small world. Like you get to this one point and like things are just moving and dangling. Yeah. Next you'll have to add animation. Very cool. That is a great pickup. Going back in on the HasLab and getting it at cost. That's
and again, because it came with some figures that I didn't really need or care about, it was actually even cheaper for me than it would have been.
Yeah, I tell you, because the one HasLab I've thought of going back in on or trying to get was the Ecto One, and I actually saw it at Chubsy Wubsy when I was there, whenever that was, like a week or two ago. But it was just the Ecto One. Not any of the figures or anything like that. So, I don't know. But not today. I don't have it today. That is not.
No Ecto Ones today. What do you got today?
No, but I do have something. So, I had talked to you about this. I had pre-ordered something from Walmart, and as is the case sometimes with Walmart, you don't get those things.
Yes, very common
reason or another. And this, I can't blame Walmart fully for this. This was on me. I pre-ordered two things, and for some reason the first one shipped, and I noticed that it shipped to my parents' house in Florida. So I'm like, okay, that is not where I am. I'm in New Jersey. So let me update the address for the second order so it comes to New Jersey. And that was my foul. When I tried to update the address, what do you think happened?
Yeah, that order went bye-bye.
That order went bye-bye. It was canceled. So, and I was like, okay, whatever. I guess I'm not getting that figure. And then I kind of wanted it. So I started to look. That figure, for some stupid reason, shot up to like $200 on eBay. It was, I think it was maybe a $60 figure when it came out. And you know what that does in your heart.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's a horrible, horrible feeling.
Yeah, and we should maybe do a whole episode just to talk about like what changes your approach, like how if something's totally available, you're like, but once it's not available and once it's going for that price,
I'm convinced it's partially chemical. Like I'm positive there's some sort of chemical reaction happening that makes me become very irrational.
Oh, and I was extremely irrational. So I was right there with you. I was looking at listings. I was thinking of dollar amounts in my head that I probably would go for. And then I got it down off the fence because the prices were too much. Well, lo and behold, that figure came back in stock in Walmart.
Hey!
Not only that, it showed up with a $10 discount. So
better still,
I am happy to have him here. This is the NCR Ranger from Fallout New Vegas. He's got I've taken him out of his box, so he's got a bunch of accessories there. I ordered 2 because. But yeah, I was really, really psyched to pay less than MSRP for him, to have and to hold. And I actually just posted a picture of him today. Just really looks great. And I don't know a lot about McFarlane figures, but I think this guy, he's a doozy. He looks the part. So
what's that coat made out of?
What is that?
What is the coat made out of? Is it made out of coat or is it plastic?
Yeah, it's plasticky coat.
Plasticky coat?
Raincoat material. Yeah. But I have been made whole now. And I didn't have to spend more than necessary on him. So I'm very, very psyched. Yeah, it's good. It's like, these little victories. We have so many of them, but it's just great to when you're able to check one off, right?
Yep. I think I put this out on Blue Sky once or something, but one of the most satisfying experiences, it's not even getting it, which don't get me wrong, that's satisfying, but deleting the saved eBay search, oh, that feels good. That feels really good.
It's almost like we were growing up. Like, you can just close that chapter. You're right. And I haven't done it yet. I have to go and do that. So thanks for the reminder, because but I did enjoy seeing this go from $260. The last one I saw was $76.
Oh, yeah, they're dropping like a rock.
Dropping like a rock.
Excellent. Yeah, man. Some people like pizza, but man, deleting that eBay auction save search, that is better than pizza.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that right after this episode. So
you start a paper route?
Really. Again, I'm psyched, super psyched to get in hand. We should also talk about in the future of how this feeling is fleeting. Like, you get it, you're psyched, but it doesn't last.
It's like, yes, this is great. I'm gonna put you on the shelf now.
Yeah, like your HasLab is going to go up there, and then you're gonna have a new eBay search for something else.
Yeah, there's never a shortage of eBay searches, that's for sure. Like I'm driving myself crazy right now trying to find this one thing at like a good price, and it's just like, that figure, the piece is missing. It's missing that piece. Oh, the sticker's no good. And like, oh no, they want $300 for that. That's not worth $300. So I'm doing that thing. And I think I told you, I sold that guitar, so I have a large chunk of money put aside to get that Dino Riders Tyrannosaurus that I want. And it's nowhere to be found.
So if you're listening and you have one, get in touch. Tim just said he has a large chunk of money for it.
Yep, specifically put aside to buy the Dino Riders Tyrannosaurus, but it's got to be complete and it's got to be unbroken.
Pay for it with like one of those giant publisher clearinghouse checks.
Yes. Yes, with Ed McMahon on it.
Oh, yeah, in his honor.
Is it too soon? Is it too soon?
I
can't be too soon.
I'm pretty sure he's left us
a long time ago.
Yeah. And again, it's probably like 40 years, when we look it up.
I don't want to laugh at him. That's not nice.
No. Ed McMahon. Godspeed wherever you are. But hey, speaking of toys and speaking of stuff, there was stuff and toys. We were talking. There was
about the toys?
We were talking about toys.
Yeah. All right, let's do that.
I mean,
perfectly excellent. Jacob Javits, I'd like to thank you for everything. Primarily your glass house.
Jacob Javits,
I'd like to thank you for everything.
Primarily your glass house. Do you know who that is?
I do not know who that is.
No, it's Pavement.
Okay.
Which hopefully doesn't mean we'll get demonetized from all of the monetizing we're doing. Oh wait, we're not.
What were they so thankful to for the Javits Center?
I don't know. It's just a non sequitur in the midst of one of my favorite songs of theirs.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Because I mean, I guess if you're in the tri-state area, chances are something has brought you to the Javits Center.
Yeah.
At some point in your life.
Maybe very possible.
It's where things happen. And something just happened last weekend, right?
Yeah. It was not that long ago. It happened on Valentine's Day, which seemed like a silly day for that to happen, but
yeah, which would have made it tough because I know it kind of like It
We're
snuck
talking
up
about
on
Toy
us.
Fair, by the way.
Oh yeah, yeah, carrying the lead there. Yeah, which again was one of the reasons we wanted to do this. We wanted to attend Toy Fair and have a reason to do it. And I feel like it snuck up on us this year.
Yeah.
But even being on Valentine's Day would have been a tough sell to get out.
That would have been challenging. That would have been challenging.
Yeah, but
we did not go, but we admired from afar.
We did. I watched a lot of Toy Fair videos. Pixel Dan, I think I went through everything he put up, and yeah, I feel like I was there just without the smell.
I don't feel like I was there, but I feel like I know enough about it to talk as coherently about things that I'm able to do.
Okay, well, let's dive in. Let's talk about coherent things.
Yeah, so basically we each sort of picked a chunk of items that we wanted to talk about. They're not really ranked, but we're going to kind of go back and forth a little bit. Some of them were on both of our lists, and they just ended up in one place or another. But
whatever caught our eye, right? Whatever caught our attention.
Yeah. But I did want to start off with one that I don't really understand. So I'm going to really this is sort of more of like an honorable mention sort of thing right now. Because I don't really know what this is. And this is from the Loyal Subjects. It's a pop shop, is what they're calling it. And it's like a little miniature Toys R Us. Now, what I can't really ascertain is how miniature it is. I have no idea how big this thing is.
I think anytime you get a little stand built onto a figure, it is minute. But yeah, I don't know. I did see this, and I thought it was neat, but certainly odd.
So if it's really small, like really tiny, and it does not take up much real estate, I would think it would be cool to have a little miniature Toys R Us on one of my shelves. I would be very okay with that. If it's like large, then I have no interest in it whatsoever. So it's going to depend on how big it actually is. Because right now I don't know.
There was I was gonna say there's a couple companies that were doing things like this, like the Polly Pockets, but not for Polly anymore. So maybe it's of that ilk.
I don't know, but it's neat. And if they make a ground round one, I'm definitely in.
Yeah, that might be a little low on the list, but hey, they made this. I wonder if it closes. Does it have like the exterior? Because it's weirding me out that it's like the front of the store and behind everything.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm sure it does. Those sides, those hinged sides, they all fold in, and you turn it around because it's not in this picture, but I saw a wider angle shot of it, and there's a picture of what the front of it looks like, and it's essentially like the front of the Toys R Us, like the 70s 80s ones where they had the multicolored stripes going down. So it's neat. And if it's small, I might want one. If it's large, I don't have room for one.
Definitely interesting. Like from bikes, I don't see any trains or video games, but
no, you look on the right-hand side, there's Saga, the Saga.
Oh, I see it. Okay, cool. Yeah. I wonder if someday we do a retrospective on Toys R Us or Toys R Us if we have enough memories to discuss. But I'm glad to see it's still there.
Yeah. So that was kind of the first thing that I saw, which I don't have a ton to say about, but I was just like, this is neat. I'm curious. So, I think you sort of had one that was maybe kind of in that realm. I think you had said this is more of like an honorable mention sort of situation.
Yeah, totally. I think Super 7 does a lot of reaction figures that I kind of give that same reaction to. Oh, reaction. Look at that. I'm reacting to the reaction figures. I didn't even pick up on that. But I think they catch my eye. I think they're neat. Not something that I would pick up, but I'm like, oh, that's cool that they are doing that. And I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with Peanuts, but I still think this is cool that they are doing it. I think they look really good. Again, I remember when they started Reaction, like you and I think they did like Big Trouble in Little China.
They did. And we were both like, oh, that's going to be,
Yeah. If neither of us bought those figures, that could tell you that was a swing and a miss. But I think since then they've definitely improved on these tremendously, and these look great.
Yeah, I mean, like the Godzilla reaction figures they do I love those. I have I think almost 200 of those at this point. I have every single one and every single stupid variant that they've put out. I love their Godzilla reaction ones. I think these ones look great, but again, it's sort of like it's a real estate problem. It's like I don't really have room for anything like this. Although especially the Spike up Snoopy's cousin, the guy with the hat.
Oh yeah,
I enjoy him immensely.
but he's a blind box, right?
He is a blind box. But again, what am I going to do with just one of him? It's not. I don't need that.
Yeah, but I like Linus. I like Pigpen. I think these are great. I know. Again, we're talking about things that just caught our eye. I think I even like the packaging. I think the way they did it is really, really nice. Oh, cool stuff.
It's good. It's good. All right. So the next thing that I saw that we both ended up having on our list, and actually I think you had it a little higher than mine, was these DuckTales figures. And I was actually surprised to see it on your list because DuckTales was one of those things that I always felt like I was a little too old to be watching, but I watched it with my younger brother. So that felt like it made it okay, even though I loved that show. And I especially loved that video game, the NES game.
Yeah.
Whew, good stuff. I don't think I would ever buy these figures, especially because it looks like something horrible is happening to each of the nephews. Like the facial expressions on those guys, they're a little rough. But that Scrooge is awesome looking.
Yeah, Scrooge is definitely. I thought the same thing. He's the best of the bunch. And again, this list, I don't want to say there wasn't anything that really grabbed me, but these are just the things that I thought were interesting. Nothing that I was like, oh my God, I must have that. But yeah, Scrooge was the one. That expression, just everything looked amazing.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know who's Huey, who's Dewey, and who's Louie, but the green one, like what are they thinking with that head sculpt? Like that, he just it looks like he's witnessing something horrifying.
Yeah, prototypes.
Yeah,
I appreciate this mostly, and even the Toys R Us that you just showed and the Peanuts. I appreciated that most of the stuff on my list this year was purely the nostalgia. Like they were digging deep. They went back and had some good surprises with some things that I did not see coming. So
yeah, these are cool. And again, I won't rule out getting Scrooge, but I probably won't get any of these. But I think they're really neat.
Yeah, where would he go in your collection? Just Scrooge.
Well, again, I'm trying to break that habit. Like, not everything has to be part of a collection. Like that's personal work I'm doing on myself.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I reserve the right to get Scrooge, but I probably won't, even though he is excellent looking.
Yeah, I think Scrooge would be a fun toy to take out in real life and just have that expression like everywhere you go, because it's just like if you're waiting online somewhere or something stupid's happening. Like I think he really captures that feeling. So
yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So next up on the list is from you, and this is absolutely not anything I would ever touch.
Again, this is a weird list, right? Originally we kind of set our top 5, but now it's really just what caught our attention. And again, it's just bizarre, another bizarre one that I would never have expected to show up there. The Terror of Chuck E. Cheese. I think they've captured the nightmare fuel of him from real life perfectly in figure form. Who was this from? This was
Sneak Attack.
Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, again, I appreciate them going after these weird licenses and doing things like this. Definitely not something that I would pick up, but I do enjoy seeing like more of this. I remember, the year I went to Toy Fair, it seemed like everybody had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like every booth. And which is not something I'm particularly into. So seeing just weird things like this, really, I like that they're trying to find some different bizarreness out there.
Was Chuck E. Cheese even a thing when we were kids, like out here? Like I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I never went to a Chuck E. Cheese when I was a kid. I didn't know of any of them. Granted, you and I grew up in different parts of New Jersey, but I didn't even know it was a thing. There was a Showbiz pizza place by my dad's house that I drove by a lot, but I don't think we ever went to. But I'd never even heard of Chuck E. Cheese probably until I was in college.
Yeah, I feel like I went through a period where I was at many Chuck E. Cheese birthday parties. That's back when it was magical, because I also went with my own children, and that is when it was terrifying. The place was just, I mean, do you remember they were in the news they had to come out with a press release saying that they're not reusing their pizza. They're not just taking leftover. And it was funny because it's like, you're not like, I thought it was just like assumed that was what they were doing, like taking the pitchers of soda and just pouring them back. But yeah, when we went last, nothing worked. It smelled like pee. The floor was sticky there. I don't even think they had like the animatronic bands working anymore. They had a dirty Chucky suit that came out. It was all awful. It was all bad.
I mean, the birthday parties when I was a kid, they were all at McDonald's. Like I never saw anything like this. So, all right,
but never seen anything like this.
No, I have been to a Chuck E. Cheese. I think I went with you actually to the one over on 23. I think you and I went in there for some weird reason.
Why? You're not allowed to go in there without kids. What were we doing?
I don't know. It was when we were. It was back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, I think we were stupid, and I think we just went in.
I think we didn't know you had to bring children, and so it might have even been like me saying I've never been to one of those, and I think you probably been just like, oh, let's go, but I think we just walked around and went, oh, they're gonna think we're creepers, and we left. Yeah.
On that note. Well, here we go. Now we've just elevated like exponentially from the creeper stage.
Speaking of McDonald's, so this is from NECA, and I have really mixed feelings about this.
Oh, really? Go on.
I love McDonald's. I love the McDonaldland characters in particular.
Okay.
The Ben Cooper ones, I don't like that NECA is making these for costumes that didn't actually exist back then. Like, I don't like that they're doing like their own spin on some of these things. Only because I feel like there's a billion of those costumes that they really should get to first before they start making their own.
And was there McDonald's ones?
No, there weren't any. Like, really? As far as I can tell, those were not ever Ben Cooper. Like, because when I saw this image, I was like, I don't remember these. So I started like looking it up, and I can't find anything saying that these were actual Ben Cooper costumes from like the 80s or 90s. And given the design of that Hamburglar, which I'll talk a little bit about in a second, like that's very much like a mid 80s to the 90s Hamburglar, because they changed his design several times. So I don't love that, although I do love the Boo Buckets, aside from the fact that they're not the Boo, like I like the orange Boo Buckets. I don't really care for the white and the green one. Yeah. So those, I'm just like, those are neat, but those aren't for me. As far as the ultimates go, look at that Grimace.
Okay.
What the heck? Like, why does he have neck articulation?
I get it. I'm not super familiar with Grimace's real life neck.
It doesn't move. He's a gumdrop. Like, you don't need.
Is he? Is that really what he is?
No, I don't know what he actually is, but he looks like he is it is a single piece of foam costume. You do not need to articulate his neck. Like, it looks like he's being choked from behind by someone with like
by the Hamburglar back there.
Yeah, like, what do you call those things where it's like two handles and then like a wire? Like,
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, but like, it looks so bad just because of that one piece of neck articulation. And I watched so many videos and I read so many articles about this, and no one has mentioned how stupid that looks. And do people have look at that thing? Why does he have a giant circle around his neck?
I think my guess is that if he did not, you're talking he has like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 points of articulation.
It's Grimace. That's fine. Like,
maybe it'll look better. I don't know.
It looks horrible because of that. And it's only because of that. If his head and body were one piece, like the normal Grimace design is, this would look great. And I'd be kind of psyched about it. But I'm looking at
never turned his neck ever?
No.
It was a whole body turn each time.
Yeah. Unless I'm forgetting something, like unless there's maybe a more modern interpretation of Grimace that I'm not familiar with. But it looks so awful to me. And I'm so disgruntled about it. And like, again, I don't want to come on the show and start complaining about things and saying how things are bad. I think it's awesome that they're doing McDonaldland figures, but what are they doing with this neck articulation? It's Grimace.
Why don't why don't you reach out to them? Like, because I'm sure you would offer to consult for free, to get a good Grimace.
But how could okay, you see how it says pending licensor approval? I hope someone at McDonald's is like, no, he's got piano wire around his neck. Like, maybe let's not do that. So I don't know.
Well, riddle me this. Beyond the neck thing there, what does a Grimace Ultimate need to come with? He's
nothing. Well, a milkshake. He needs to come with a milkshake.
Really? That's it? That's ultimate enough?
That's ultimate enough. I don't need it. Like, it's Grimace. Like it is not it's not Zartan. He doesn't need like a chameleon.
It might be.
It's true. It could be.
We don't quite know.
But
no extra facial expressions for you or anything.
I don't need it. Just make him look good so he's on my shelf. Like, I'm never gonna turn his head. Like, what am I gonna turn his head? Like, to what end? Why would I turn? Like, come on, killing me.
The more you're talking, the more I see his eyes kind of drooping, like he's actually getting sadder hearing this.
It really bothers me, that stupid neck articulation. So the other thing is, you see Hamburglar in the background, and let me say, I get it. I understand that is what Hamburglar looks like now, but that's not the Hamburglar I want a figure of. I want a figure of the creepy 70s half vampire looking Hamburglar. That's the one I want. The one I grew up with was the one who looked like he hangs out in a van that has wood paneling in it.
Wow. He was more than a Hamburglar, apparently.
That's my Hamburglar. This one's not my Hamburglar. But again, it's still Hamburglar. He's still cool. Ronald looks like he's probably going to be okay based on that design. But I would say this, even if Grimace was perfect, even if they were doing the exact Hamburglar I wanted, I wouldn't buy any of these until I was positive Mayor McCheese was coming.
I don't know. So, I mean, seems weird that like Grimace is the one that's furthest along. Like, I would have thought they would have started with Ronald.
You'd think that, but NECA has made another interesting choice, which I can't remember if it's on the next slide or not. So let's roll the dice and see.
Oh, yeah, this one, right?
Is.
Like, what?
Perfect. Okay. More NECA. Here's the Muppets. This is their first wave of Muppets Ultimate figures, which, again, very excited that they're doing these.
But where did your excitement go when you saw these?
I don't even... How do you not start with Kermit? Like, how do you not start with Kermit? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, if this was a wave of 4 and Kermit was the 4th one, I'd be like, oh, cool.
Perfect.
Super. Obviously, they're going to get to Kermit. And no, they don't have to start with Kermit, but it seems odd to me. It seems really, really odd. That being said, I think these figures look great.
Yep. I'm glad they got Gonzo. Like, he's always my favorite. I feel like Miss Piggy looks a little Ozempic, Miss Piggy there. Like, but
I think she looks pretty normal.
She wouldn't have been my top pick. I want to know more about all the accessories and everything that are in the back, because that is super appealing. Like, are those real? Are those going to be part of this, or is that just for display purposes only?
I don't know. I mean, the Manamana guy and his buddies look great. And again, that makes sense because that is the first sketch in the first episode of the Muppet Show. So I like that they're leading with him. All these figures look great. I'm not even like mad that Kermit's not part of the lineup. I'm just puzzled. Like, I'm very surprised that would be a thing.
Yep. I mean, no doubt we will get Kermit. Even the tease, what did it had like Kermit? Who did it have? Like Fozzie?
I think it had Fozzie on it too.
Yeah. Like Fozzie's who I would have expected to see. Kermit definitely. But yeah, I mean, again, we saw DuckTales, we see McDonald's, we see Muppets. Like, we're really like, they're speaking to us, or they're trying to speak to us.
Are these figures that you'd be interested in getting?
Not right now. The Manamana guy, maybe. And I don't know what those things are. Those the Manamanas?
But I don't know what they're called either.
That's just super fun. Gonzo, like, again, Gonzo's one of my favorite, but I would have to see like what makes him ultimate. I don't like his get up there. Miss Piggy, definitely not. Like, I just don't, I wouldn't have a use for her like dressed up like that. I have is it the Palisades one, the Pigs in Space, like that Piggy, and that's great. But I love what's going on in this scene, and I want to know more. So
the fruits and vegetables and stuff.
Yeah. And I even like how they hid in the pending licensor approval. Like, that looks great. So
Yeah, I don't think I would be getting any of these because these would be the sort of things where I'd want to get a lot of them because how many bad Muppets are there? Not many. Most of the Muppets are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if there are any bad ones. There's
Yeah,
probably there's B tier for me, but otherwise, yeah.
They're all pretty great. So in my collection space, I don't know that I have the real estate to get a whole bunch of these. So we'll see what's going on. I'm sort of tempted by the Phenomena guy, but I also know that I will look at it and then that song will get stuck in my head for hours every time I see him. So that might be a bad thing to have in my room while I'm.
It might not. It might not. That might be just what you need to get through the day sometimes.
That's true. It might make me a lot more fun in work meetings.
Yeah. You should just have them pop up like when you're getting aggravated. Like, see if anybody catches on. You had a doozy at work though that no one caught on, didn't you? Oh no, that was that someone else just telling me. What was it? I don't remember. I'll find it. Somebody, like sometimes I'm sure you hold it back at work. Like you have a line you want to say, or even if you do say it, nobody knows it, and you just lose faith in humanity.
Yeah, well, today I was in a meeting with a person who's probably quite a bit older than me, and we were talking about some application that they were using that started with the letter G. It was G in a word, and I don't want to say the word, just like it was G farming, we'll just say, just to find a word. And I asked her, what does the G stand for? And she's like, oh, I don't even know. And I said, that's all I've been thinking about for the last half hour what this G stands for. I said, so you know what? I'm just going to assume it stands for gangsta. And I don't know why I felt compelled to say that to this sweet old lady, but I did. And that's just sort of something that happens sometimes.
Yes. Phenomena. Whoa, what do we have here?
We have the Star Wars Retro Collection. They're the next wave of 6 figures, which are going to come in a box set. I believe it's going to be through Target.
Okay.
And I'm pretty excited about these. These are cool. I'm definitely going to get this set. Some of these I have already from bootleg folks. Okay. Like the R4 M9, I have one of those, and it like from Stan Solo, and it's great. The Garindin, I don't know if that's how you say his name. I have him from Stan Solo as well. He's also great. The other 4, I don't have any versions of them. And man, I'm stoked that there's a Wedge. And that CZ3, he's rad. He's super rad. So I am very much looking forward to picking these up. And I'm going to do that. I'll probably do that thing that we did last time where I showed the 2 side by side.
Yeah, that'll be
make
cool.
The decision as to which one I'm going to keep, the bootleg one or the official one. But they've been slowly, Mr. Stevie has been slowly revealing these over the last few weeks. And he revealed the last 2 at Toy Fair, the 2 Antilles, who I don't believe there's any relation between. But I think these look cool. I'm really excited about these. I love the Kenner
my brain is just getting wrapped around that right now. I don't ever think I'd put that together.
Yeah.
Wedge and the Captain?
I don't think they're related, though.
It's just like Antilles was just a popular name around.
Yeah, it's like Smith on Alderaan.
Yeah. Wow. I don't
even know if they're from Alderaan, but
wow. That's fast. Okay, we'll get back to that. Yeah, the droids look great. Like I love droids in all forms. It's cool that Wedge even has a separate helmet.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And Gunga Din, like I always wanted a Gunga Din in Black Series. I don't know if we're ever getting him.
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't, but yeah, I feel like we don't really get any original trilogy figures in the Black Series anymore. Like I think the last one I got was Hammerhead, and that was like 2 years ago or something like that.
And they're doing a vintage collection of like more of the Cantina dudes.
Yeah,
I want crazy.
Come on, there's no Snaggletooth. Like there's yeah.
Is Gunga Din even in that vintage collection too? I wonder.
I think so. I think he was part of the Cantina thing. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I'm stoked on these, and these are ones that I can say 100% I will be picking these up.
That's good. I'm glad there was something for you that you got really psyched on at Toy Fair. It wasn't just all like neat stuff. Like you saw something that like, I'll take it.
Sold. Sign me up as long as I can buy it and Target doesn't cancel my order, because that's what happened the last time they did one of these.
Yep. And then they were everywhere, right? That set was like all
like a month later. Yeah.
You see, Toy Fair, it actually sold something. That's the point, right? You're a buyer, you're at Toy Fair, you have purchased. Yes, this guy is great. Another so absolutely random that I cannot love this anymore. Like, just typewriter guy.
I could love it more.
You if it said action figure.
I don't know why it doesn't say action figure. Again, it's not a big deal. Like that would like I'm not going to get this anyway because I'm not getting any of the Sesame Street reaction figures, and I think this is awesome. I don't want to say anything bad about it. This is like 99.9% perfect, and that last 0.1% is what if it just said action figure on his little piece of paper like it does on the card.
Even better, it should have been like you could just replace that paper with whatever you want, like have it constantly just scroll out and you get a little reel in there. But yeah, again, I love this is a deep cut, or maybe not such a deep cut, but just deep enough to actually see a figure of this, and they really pulled it off. He looks great. Yeah. If you get it, we could make it on the Cricut say action figure for you, but you'd have to take it out of the package.
I don't keep look at that. I'm surrounded by stuff not in its package.
Yeah.
But he's really cool. He's one of I will say that I don't think that the other characters from this wave are super interesting because it's just a bunch of previously released characters in pajamas. Which I know Bert and Ernie in pajamas, that's a thing. I mean that is a key moment in Sesame Street. And but I guess I'm just not as interested in that. Too? They was a count in pajamas too. I don't really remember that as much, but
yeah, that
was a long time ago.
Yeah. This is cool. Again, I think it's awesome. I will definitely pick that up. That's one buy for me. I'll take one. Put me down for one.
All right. So the next thing we got is the next wave in the next blind box series of Godzilla reaction, and they have moved into the Heisei era of Godzilla with reaction. So we have Little Godzilla, we have Mecha King Ghidorah, and we have Space Godzilla. So that's cool. I want all those. They're moving the next wave of Showa figures into like the blind box situation. So we have the 1967 version of Godzilla, except he's green. So that makes me assume that there's going to be a non-green version coming out at some point. The green colorway, I assume, is just exclusive to the blind box because, as we all know, Godzilla is not actually green anywhere except in American like toys and magazines and stuff like that. Then we have Godzilla's not green. Godzilla's gray.
Oh, I guess I've only seen black and white Godzilla. So
but we're getting there. We'll get some more Godzillas. Okay. There's the Godzilla's son Minya. There's a version of him blowing smoke, and then the clear colorway. And then we have two of the monsters from Son of Godzilla. The spider, which I always called Spiga, but I don't actually remember what his Japanese name is. And then Kamikaris, the like playing mantis. Those are both awesome. Those are really, really, really cool looking. But again, I'm going to have to whine a little bit, even though I will buy all of these. No problem.
Get it out.
Sold. No problem. Where's Ebera?
I was going to ask that. I was going to ask that.
Where is he? Come on. He's a named character in a major Godzilla movie. Like, come on. Where's Ebera? This is like, come on. It's ridiculous we don't have him yet.
Shoot Brian an email. Ask him. Like, what's going on there?
It's killing me. And I'm sure it'll come eventually, and it'll probably be in a blind box or something like that. But it's just like, come on. That's pretty much the last Showa figure that they haven't done that they can do, because they haven't done King Kong or Mechanicong, but I don't believe they can, just because of like the way the rights of the King Kong character work in America. But come on, give me Ebera, please.
Oh, I hope so.
Right? You want Ebera, don't you?
I actually, the only reason I'm not buying all of these immediately day one is because they don't have Evan. What's his name? Evra? Better than Ezra? Who is
Everett?
It?
Yeah, Everett.
Okay. So. I do want to know more about little Stumpy there on the shelf. Tell me more about him.
Little Godzilla?
Yeah.
Well, Little Godzilla is from, the first movie he's in is Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla from 1993. And he came from an egg, and he's a little Godzilla. And over the course of the next few movies, he gets a little bit bigger. But this is when he's little.
If I'm going to pick up a Godzilla, I don't know. He is speaking to me right there. He's a cute little guy.
He's good. I like him.
Yeah. And hey, shout out to Super 7. They made your Mothra whole.
That's true. That's right. I don't remember if it was, I think it was maybe 2 episodes ago for my invention exchange. I showed my Mothra Ultimates, and it turned out while I was showing it, I realized that it was missing one of its legs. So I got in contact with them. They sent me a new one. I sent the old one back. I have one now up on my shelf over there. All legs attached. So Super 7 customer service, top notch.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Tell me about this. I don't know this.
So you have you heard about K-pop Demon Hunters?
I've heard the name of it. I know it's on Netflix, but that's about all I know.
Yeah, it is a movie. It is on Netflix. It is something that my daughter wanted to watch. She put on, and then I think we've seen it about probably 100 billion times since. It is great. I loved it. The whole family loved it. A lot of fun, a lot of catchy songs, which are like winning awards, right? Topping the charts, really turned into quite the phenomenon. And it took them a bit. I guess they didn't really think it, or you don't know what's going to be big or what's
right.
So we're now, this Toy Fair is where we're finally starting to see figures, and you're going everything from Mattel up to Hot Toys now has K-pop Demon Hunter figures. I have like photos in mind that I would love to do with them. And I think so far, these are the best, possibly 1/12 scale figures. I'm not really sure what the scale on these is, but these are the best figures that we have so far. And they don't look terrible. Like, I don't really know that I have any Mattel action figures, but these don't look bad. They actually come with alternate faces, some accessories and things like that. So really cool. I know a lot of the toy like photography community has been eager to get their hands on some K-pop Demon Hunter figures. I am still hoping that at some point we see something from like SHF and like within that line, SHF Figure Arts or Bandai, but these are supposed to be cheap. I think they're only supposed to be like $20 a pop, and that could be a lot of fun, to just get a couple picks and that's that. But yeah, there was a lot of Demon Hunter merch there.
So I having not seen this, how accurate to the animation are these figures? Because I look at these and all I can think is, why do they all have such long legs?
Yeah.
Is that just
they look great? Yeah, they really did a good job. Like, they look way better than I thought an action figure in this price range would.
Yeah. Because I just keep thinking of that Ween song about long-legged.
Oh, long-legged.
Yeah. We'll stop. It's Sally, but we'll
long-legged Sally. Oh yeah, that we got to stop there. Right?
We'll stop after that. But that's all I keep thinking about when I see when you said.
Yeah, again, the anime very, very stylized, and they've brought that through. Even the guy in the bottom left, there's a photo of his abs there, and I think you could even see like his abs, his like six-pack abs under his shirt, which is like a running gag in the movie. But yeah, they did a good job. I think they look really good. The faces, and you can't really see in this picture, are a little like this. The faces they chose are very interesting. Like, if you were going to photograph these characters, there's not like, you're kind of limited because they're so over the top expressive. And again, that's how they were in the movie though. So I guess it works out, but yeah, it was cool. Again, caught my eye. I'm excited to see it. They are on my radar, depending on if they really come out at like $20. Yeah, these would be fun pickups for photos and things like that. I got some ideas in mind. If they're any more than that, I probably wouldn't go for it.
Gotcha. All right, we're about to move on to my last thing, which is 2 slides worth of stuff because there's so much.
Your last things.
But it's my last things, and that is the G.I. Joe Classified reveals from the weekend. We have the mainline wave of figures where we have someone named Overkill, who I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
We have the Hydro Viper, Airtight, Dawn Moreno, and Sundown.
Hydro Viper does not look entirely human.
It's just a good mask.
But
he is also not entirely human. My understand, like, Hydro Viper is one of those characters that existed after I stopped playing with G.I. Joe, so I don't really know much about him or them. I get basically, the Cobra Eel, the Cobra Diver folks. Supposedly, Hydro Vipers are like genetically modified ones that with like webbed hands and things like that.
So now that makes a lot more sense than him being just some demon diver from the netherworld.
But that demon head isn't his head. It's also just, it is a mask. He has like a weird human head underneath it as well. But Overkill, I don't know who that is. I'm not interested in that figure. I'm gonna skip Hydro Viper. Airtight, absolutely, definitely want him. Had him when I was a kid. Dawn Moreno is like a comic book character. I guess she's like a female Snake Eyes in that she was someone who lived in the Cobra Town and they implanted Snake Eyes memories into her or something like that. I don't completely know. It's a new character to me. I'm just learning about her, but I think that figure looks awesome. So I grabbed that figure even though I don't really know much about her. And Sundown is a completely new character. It's not anything that ever existed before in G.I. Joe. And again, I think he looks awesome.
Yeah.
So I grabbed him too.
Cool. Now, I was waiting to hear what you said about him because, like, out of all of these, he was the one that was like, that dude looks great.
Yeah, he is a rad figure. So, and I'm glad that they're bringing in some like brand new characters like that. I think it's cool. The Hydro Viper, I did pre-order that, but I'm not positive I will keep it because he is kind of wacky looking, and that's sort of one of the reasons why I put him on pre-order to think about. But again, because of real estate, I don't know if I need him. He's not totally my cup of tea as far as G.I. Joe. I do like the stuff that tends to be slightly more realistic looking. Because, you know, the G.I. Joe stuff I liked is most like the earlier stuff. But I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
So this is like the next wave of mainline figures. These have all gone up for pre-order already, and I've pre-ordered 4 of the 5, which again, that's a lot of G.I. Joes for one bite. But then they also revealed a whole bunch of other stuff, some vehicles, some exclusives, new characters, that sort of stuff. And this is what, like, most of this is not stuff that I'm going to end up with. Like the Flight Pod versus Varmint, I don't need those because I have the regular Flight Pod and I have the Ferret, the normal 4-wheeler. I don't really care about the repaints of those figures, so that'll be a pass for me. Ninja Force Zartan with a giant orange mohawk and bright yellow pants. That's not my Zartan, not for me. But my buddy Keith, well, our friend Keith, but I'm saying my buddy Keith to the rest of the world listening. He wanted him and wasn't able to grab him when it went up for pre-order, so I grabbed one for him. So I do have a Ninja Force Zartan on order, but it is not for me. It's for my buddy Keith. The Night Creeper Dire Tech thing is interesting to me because, like, the whole concept behind Dire Tech is basically they're like hallucinogenic weapons that make people think they're seeing like demons and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
So that weird head, that weird octopus head, is kind of like supposed to be like a hallucination to the person that's being affected by this.
I did think I was hallucinating because if you showed me half of this page, I never would have guessed it was G.I. Joe.
Yeah. So I like that. I think it's kind of neat. And I have one of the other characters that does the Dire Tech stuff, the Crystal Ball. So I might get one of these to stick next to Crystal Ball. We'll see. The Cobra La Royal Guard is from the G.I. Joe movie. I find those characters in the movie annoying. That movie is not my favorite thing in the world. I'll pass on that. Zanya and the Chameleon. I don't really know. I mean, I know who Zanya is because I learned who it was. It's Zartan's daughter.
I guess her name starts with a Z. She has to be, related.
I don't care about her figure though, but I want the Chameleon because I need the Chameleon for my Zartan.
Does it change colors as well?
I don't believe so, but I need that for my Zartan, so I will absolutely be getting that. And then the last one is that 2-pack of Professor Rotclaw and the Deinonychus.
Tell me what is going on here because I love the dinosaur. Like, it looks great.
Yeah, it's again like Sundown. It's like a totally brand new figure that has never existed before. But I guess the gimmick is like this is like some sort of genetics guy who brought back a dinosaur. And I will give the G.I. Joe Classified team all the credit in the world. It would have been so easy to call that a Velociraptor, but that's not what a Velociraptor actually looks like. Velociraptors are actually like little, like the size of turkeys. The Velociraptors that are in Jurassic Park, those are actually Deinonychus. So the fact that they went legit, they made it a Deinonychus, 10 extra points, but I still probably won't get this figure though.
Yeah, I'm disappointed it's not Deinonychus or something. Like, like they didn't give him like a name. They've just
a Cobra name.
Yeah,
but
maybe
it's neat. And I love that this line just seems really healthy and robust. And this is the thing that I talk about with you all the time that drives me nuts about Black Series. All of these figures, not all of them are for me, but there's something for me here. Like there's plenty of figures that I'm really interested in, like new characters, old characters. It's really cool. Whereas I feel like Black Series just like never puts out anything that I want because they just don't really do original trilogy unless they're rehashing a figure that happened already. But the G.I. Joe team just kills it.
If we weren't like coming up on time, we could have taken a look at the Black Series, but I don't even remember what they, aside from stuff from the Mandalorian and Grogu, was there any other Black Series?
No, there was absolutely nothing that I was interested other than the retro stuff. I was excited about the retro stuff.
All right. Hey, this is cool though. Again, these are things I recognize: the flight pod, the varmint, the chameleon. I love a good dinosaur. The rest I think are super, super weird, but like you said, there's something for everybody there.
Yeah. And now we're on to your last one.
Yes. So, up until this point, we talked about how these are things that caught our attention, things we liked. These are must buys for me. I will buy every one of these. So cool that Blokies, which I finally figured out that's how you pronounce it. Oh wait, no, it's Blockies. Now I don't. Oh, now I forgot. Hang on, I wrote it down in my notes.
Never studied.
It's Blockies. So that is how I heard people saying it. Yeah, this is great. Like they are doing, Mega Man Star Force figures, which is there's going to be a Mega Man Star Force collection coming out on Switch. Those were DS games, I think. I don't think there was any in 3DS. I think they were mostly DS. Came out after Mega Man Battle Network, which is my favorite Mega Man series. And I think we have Mega Man Zero. Just so cool to see them doing like the weird stuff with the Mega Man license and not just like the typical the NES games and the original robot bosses. I hope they do Battle Network as well. I will gladly purchase all of those. Yes, please. More of this, definitely.
And these are models, right?
Yeah. So Blockies, I got to look at my note. It is Blockies. They are all model kits, but they're not difficult to assemble. They're not like, Gundam level 10 or anything. And they're all pre-painted, and they are, once they're assembled, they're articulated. So you're basically just building the action figure. So it's, while I would rather not have to do that, it's not so bad.
All right. And that's what we got for our Toy Fair. I don't want to say picks, but the things that caught our eye, the things that we kind of were interested in. And I feel like I spent probably too much time like ranting and raving about like stupid things, but I'm going to blame that on coming into this show a little surly to begin with. So I think
like you're better now, though. Seems like you got it out. No, you're not.
Much better now.
All right, much better now. It's funny. After I went through all, like we said, like the Pixel Dan videos, and I watched all the action figure guys, YouTube just started serving up like other toy fair videos, like the non-action figures. And that's like kind of the whole family got into watching that, like all the other random toys. And that's what made me really feel like, man, I wish we went there, because beyond NECA, beyond Super 7, there's just like so much other random stuff to see that's coming out. And I don't know, next year we got to remember, we can't sleep on it. And hopefully it's not on Valentine's Day.
Yep. It would be, well, Valentine's Day won't be on a Saturday next year for sure. So hopefully, if it does start on Saturdays, that should work out.
St. Patrick's Day. Do St. Patrick's Day or something.
Provided we can get in. So please, Toy Fair, since I'm sure you're watching, make sure that when we submit our application, we get in. I mean, come on. This is important stuff we're doing here.
Yeah. I think Toy Fair will be the easiest one to crack. It's like, if we wanted, I'd love to get into some of the events that Mattel has and Hasbro has. I wasn't able to get into the Mattel thing last time, but that's our goal.
That's our goal. We'll see if we see if we can do it. Cool. But that probably is wrapping us up, right?
Yeah, we're right on the money here.
All right. Well, then I hope that everybody out there has a better weekend than I had a week. And Alan, I hope you have a lovely week. And we'll be back next week with, I believe, an extraordinarily interesting topic, considering who we are.
Definitely out of left field. Yeah, this will be fun.
It's a little weird. Should we say it?
Yeah, why not? Let's tease it.
Next week, which is probably going to be Tuesday, but next week we're going to talk about sports, which is something that neither of us are particularly interested in. But we all have enough history with certain things that we're gonna go a little nostalgic about sports and growing up and watching sports and not watching sports and playing sports and not playing sports, and it'll be fun.
Sports, yes. We should do a quiz too. I'd like to come up with like some sports questions to see if we can answer them. Though I think you do much better than I would.
I might. It depends on what it depends.
I can see if I can
really does depend.
Find some random questions that I won't look at a time. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. And alrighty then. I guess we'll call it at that. So mana, you have a great night.
Do. Oh, I was behind on the button. Let me try it again.
Weird.
Do. Perfectly excellent.